Well, good morning. Hi, this is Lance Edwards. Today is Thursday, April 2nd, 2020, and I want to share with you this 5-minute briefing. Got two topics for today. One is how to work at home, effectively, and two, I want to share a conversation I had with mom and pop landlords yesterday. So I'm in Florida, in my home in Florida. There's a mandatory stay-at-home order, starts at midnight tonight. One in Texas went into effect 2 days ago. We had the same thing going where most of my staff is in Texas, so they're all virtual. And of course, it's going on across the country, and we're all dealing with it. So if this is the first time you've ever worked at home, I started this company, started my business working out of my home. And so I know the challenges, and I want to share some quick tips on how to make sure you do this productively and effectively. Because it can be a real mindset shift, it can be a real change, and it can be a real challenge, especially if you have distractions, young people, kids around you, or other family members around you. It's a whole different environment, and so it can be very, very challenging. And so here's my simple recommendations. Number one, carve out an office space for you. Set it up like your space. You've got your computer, you've got your equipment. To the extent it can be isolated from other people physically through doors and walls, that's great. If that cannot be the situation, then I want to encourage you to come up with an agreement amongst the other inhabitants of wherever you are at home that this is my office space. This is my office space. So please just don't come in here and start interrupting me. The other thing I would do is I would suggest office hours. All right, I'm working during these hours. Here's one of the things we do even in our Houston office, in our physical Houston office. What we'll do is with each person at their desk or their cubicle has a red light, green light. And if the red light's on, that means please don't bother me. I'm focusing. This is my focus time. I'm focusing on work. And if it's a green light, that means I'll take questions, etc. That's another way you can address it. But you want to at least establish some hours, some chunks of times where you can stay focused without interruption, and or use the red light, green light system to, and it could be a sticky, red sticky or a green sticky. That's especially for young people, for young kids. It tells them, not right now. This is my time. The other thing I want to urge you to do is dress as you're going to work. The old notion, you're going to sit around, you serve these and make money in your pajamas at the kitchen table. That is bunk. That never was true. So, but forget that notion. You need to dress as if you're going to work. Because that'll help your brain realize that's the mode I'm in right now, and stay focused on that. And by all means, get away from the television set. If there's a TV running that others are watching, urge them to go watch it in another room, watch it on their computer. Get that noise, get that negativity, and that stuff out of your perspective completely, because otherwise you'll get drawn into it. And if you sit down just for 1 minute to watch the TV, you're done. Right? We all know this. So it's going to take a lot of discipline if you're new to it. You got to develop the habits with anything else, but you got to stay focused and focus on your work. Take advantage of this time. All right. The second topic I had for today is I shared yesterday, 5-minute briefing, that April 1 is the first of the month, and every landlord is asking, am I going to be collecting my rent? And it's certainly being asked of apartment owners and the mom and pop landlords. And so I had one of those conversations with mom and pop landlord yesterday, and that's exactly what's on their mind. They just discovered that on one of their duplexes, that they have two duplexes. On one duplex, they've got the ladies on disability income, so they're getting paid by the government. They're not worried about that. On two of the other units, those two tenants, one of them got laid off. The unemployment line is way, very, very long, or I guess it's not even a line, but getting access to it is very difficult. So there's a question about when she's going to get her money to pay her rent. The other tenant, her means of paying just evaporated. It's gone. And so now they're trying to figure out how to address that. how to deal with their lender. And the lady of this couple said to me, I'm in a panic. I'm in a panic. And by the way, I gave her some advice on how to, what to do in the situation. But that's the conversations that are going on across the country. That's what's leading to this seller market shifting into a buyer's market. And we all want to be there to help those sellers. Because many of them are just saying, just take it. And that's the situation here. Just take it. Just take my problem. And there's many ways we can do that. I talked about some of that yesterday. I'll talk about it in more detail in other sessions. There's many ways we can help. But in any event, that's the shift has started. It started, and it's going to ramp up, because it's going to be it's not only an issue in April, it's going to be the same issue in May, just compounded. All right, that's my 5-minute brief for today, and until the next one, have a great day, everyone.